The key point in creating this sketch is that this part uses the Fillet tool. When two line segments, like this one and this one, intersect at a point, here at the origin, and form a sharp corner, replacing that corner with a rounded arc using the Arc tool, such that the arc is tangent to both line segments, creates a fillet. In this case, we use the Fillet tool to create these features. So, first, I draw two line segments intersecting at the origin, without adding the arc. Then, in the next step, I apply the Fillet tool to create a rounded corner. I exit from the previous exercise, enter the Part module, and enter the sketch on the front plane. I select the Line tool and draw this line segment. Then I press Escape, enter the Line tool again, and draw this line segment as well. Here, this line segment should form a 45-degree angle with the horizontal. So, I draw a center line here as a reference. I can also do something else to create a center line. I can simply use the Line tool to draw a regular line. Then click on the line and use this command to convert it into a center line or a construction line. Alternatively, I press Ctrl+Z to revert it to a regular line. Select the line, and from the Property Manager on the left, under the Options section, enable the For Construction option to convert it into a center line. Then, using the Smart Dimension tool, I define the 45-degree angle. Now I set these two lines equal and make this line and this line perpendicular to each other. I set the length of 100. Well, in the next step, we should create this fillet with radius of 20. From the Sketch toolbar, I select the Fillet tool. To create the fillet at this point, first I enter 20 here as the fillet radius, and then select this point. Here are some key points about the Fillet tool in a 2D sketch. To apply a fillet, we must select a point, such as this one, where two line segments intersect. Note that we cannot create a fillet at this point, because no intersection point exists here for applying a fillet. To create a fillet here, I must first delete the lower entities, and then use the Fillet tool to create it here. So always at intersections where two line segments meet, we create the fillet. And always we select the point. Once again, I choose the Fillet tool, set it to 20, select this point, and then confirm the tool. In the next step, to continue creating the sketch, I use the Offset Entities command. In SolidWorks, offset refers to creating a duplicate of an existing entity, like a line, arc, or surface, at a specified distance from the original. What I want to happen right now is that all these lines I just drew are recreated at a distance of 10 millimeters, parallel to the original lines. From the Sketch toolbar, I select the Offset Entities command. As you can see, a blue line appears parallel to the drawn lines, indicating the offset in the sketch. I select the Offset Entities command, set the offset distance to 10 millimeters. And while the command is active, I select one of the lines to apply the offset. You can see that, although I selected only one line, the entire shape is offset by 10 millimeters. I reverse the offset direction to create it above this line. The Select Chain option allows the entire shape to be offset sequentially. If deactivated, only the selected line is offset. So I also activate the Select Chain option to close the shape's end with a line. Under the Offset Entities parameters, I activate the Cap Ends option. To close the shape, I can use either an arc or a line in the Cap Ends option. I select the Line option. So this way, I draw the sketch with a 10 mm offset. In the next step, using the Arc tool with the origin as the center, I draw this arc with a radius of 80 mm. I select the Arc tool, choose the first type, set the origin as the first selection. Select this line segment as the second, and another line segment as the third. Then I enter the Smart Dimension tool or hold right-click and drag the cursor upward, and set this dimension as radius of 80. Again, like before, from the Sketch toolbar, I select Offset Entities command. I select this line, deactivate the Cap Ends option, and leave it as it is without reversing, with a distance of 10 mm. Finally, using the Trim Entities command, I delete the unnecessary entities. In this way, I define the sketch as fully defined.